The smallholder market-led project implemented by Eswade aims at reducing poverty and food insecurity through an investment supporting increased agricultural production, productivity and commercialization of smallholder agriculture while maintaining a sustainable and resilient environment.
We're encouraging the construction of water harvesting tanks, which basically means that each household, we do get assistance from the chiefdom development committees to identify households that are vulnerable according to the indicators of vulnerability per community. So we identify those households, and then we then go through in training, train them on how to construct the water harvesting tanks. The reason why we train the community facilitators, I think I've mentioned it, that we want to have the skill residing in the community, so that if they want to, or if they get an opportunity, they can use that skill to go and construct tanks in areas that are outside of the project area, so that they make a living out of that. So the water harvesting tanks at the household level, we are also encouraging, or we're also training the communities to have backyard gardens, permaculture gardens that work on, that use very small amounts of water. So the method of farming conserves the water, so they can use the water from the water harvesting tanks to water their gardens in that way, which conserves the water, and as well use the water from the tanks for other domestic purposes.
Water scarcity has presented a main challenge in achieving the project's objectives within the targeted areas. This challenge has resulted in the birth of an intervention such as rainwater harvesting. On the ground, the water harvesting intervention has gained momentum. How does Eswade help the communities to harvest rainwater? What does this picture look like?
Basically, here we are looking at the rainwater harvesting interventions that are implemented by Eswade under the smallholder market-led project. So this project intervention was meant to address the issue of water scarcity in most of the project development areas. So this part of the country is also a drier region. So we receive low annual rainfalls, and then there is a big challenge of water scarcity. So the communities here, they join hands together with Eswade. They implement the construction of rooftop rainwater harvesting tanks. So they have constructed a tank, as you can see behind me there. There is a ferrocement tank which has been constructed by the community for themselves. So it's a 2,500 liter tank. So basically this tank can supply a standard household of 5 people using the WHO standard of 20 liters per capita per day. So this tank can last for a period of 25 days to supply domestic water needs to a family of 5 people. So we hope that with this facility, with this intervention, the families will be able to survive the water scarcity problem that they are facing. It's one of the interventions that are also trying to make the household climate smart, or to kind of have a resilience against climate change because of the drought which are experienced in this part of the country, which then it causes a high rate of water scarcity. So we are trying to help them address such an issue. So here we give them the materials, and then the facilitator, who is kind of a teacher or a trainer, who trains the community in doing this intervention. And then they do the exercise while they learn on the job. So we also identify other trainers while the activity is also progressing. By the time they finish in a community, we identify a few individuals who were kind of good to capture the skills, and then we take them to transfer the skills to other communities in the country. So we hope by the end of this project we will have many other people who have the skill of constructing ferrocement tanks, and we are also going to come and construct other tanks to families that are even bigger, to address the issue of demand, because if this one can last for 25 days for a family of 5, it means for a family of 10 it can last them for 12 or 11 or 12 days or so. So other families may need 2 or 3 of these standard 2,500 liter tanks, but we have also had a trial at Ganzamea where we constructed a 12,000 liter tank, which we have seen. So that tank will help us address the issue of demand for bigger families. Depending on the number of people in such a family, we are also going to have such bigger tanks spreading across the country, because we have seen it at Ganzamea that such a bigger tank can also be constructed, and it was a well constructed structure. It's clean and watertight. So we are now convinced that we can upscale to a bigger capacity, because the water scarcity is a serious problem. We're also looking forward to other opportunities whereby we can also incorporate backyard gardens irrigation to this kind of intervention. So we hope we will be able to achieve it to that level, because some communities have already tried that, and it is working for families that are smaller, who don't have a bigger demand of water, so they are able to use the surplus water for small backyard gardens irrigation. Some families don't have the corrugated iron houses. The house is roofed with corrugated iron, so we do not exclude them from this development, because they also need water. So we construct the tank, and then later on, after the construction have been completed, we count all those families that don't have corrugated iron sheet roofed houses, and then the project provides 9 corrugated iron sheets per person or per beneficiary, and then they use those iron sheets to erect a rooftop catchment, so that they are also able to capture the rainfall and have water in their tanks.
The community has taken lead and shown motivation by constructing the water tanks at a relatively fast pace.
Siyabonga kakhulu entuthukweni yaka Eswade lasitele nayo landzaweni, intuthuko yemathangi ukuthi sitawuvuna emanti. Kusho ukuthi nje endzaweni yakithi Nkosi yami indzawo levame kushaya somiso kakhulu. Lamathangi ke asisitile ukuthi ngalesikhathi setimvula malina litulu siyakhona kuvuna emanti angene emathangeni, sive sisebenzisa la semfuleni ukuthi nangabe sekasiphelele emfuleni ngoba uhamba umfula wethu bese uyasha, sichubeke nawo lamathangi ethu. Noma sawunemsebenzi soyakhona kucela ithenka ibuye ikwethele noma leso sigulumba wathele la khathe emdrameni kuleli thange lakho, ugcwalise lithange lakho. Kusho ukuthi Eswade utane masaka lang 8, ate nale demkosi, ete na fenisi, ete nako konke lokho ma-valve nale timpompi. Bese ke wena lo wakhelwa leli thange, lo thwala lesotho leli thange, utane lisaka linye la cement, ute nemandla akho ulotosebenta ngawo, ute nematshe lo washubako, ute nesihlabathi semfula kanye nemanti lotawusebenzisa. kusho ukuthi ke thine la kulommango besibhalisa cishe bonke bamfu labanesidingo salamathangi. Besithi noma ngabe bede le mali yokuhlangabeta njengalokuthi bathengele lisaka noma uthenge leso sihlabathi nalawo manje. Besibasita futhi ke Eswade bekasita ke kulelo hlangothi lelo labalabede njengama lokhanza ukuthi vele kuleli khaya kuhlala abantwana bodwana kude batala. Besimreportela Eswade abese uyabathengela lesaka lesi9 bese ke ummango sobasita ngalesihlabathi nematshe kanye nemanti. Laba longazi ukuthi basebancane kakhudlwana ngulabangeke bakhona na ukusebenza lo msebenzi ngoba umatima nje ukubhuca bosebenzi. Ummango ke bese soyabasita ngekubakhela lelithanga but babe khona nabo babe khona laba kwenda konje ngekushube matshe bebathi shube. Sinaye nje lomnyema ke lesinaye lo ngumake Thobile Dlamini Simelane lo wasitakala naye bese reportile ke kwa Eswade ukuthi ude nalesaka unesifo sekuwa ke sekwamphatha nje sonesikhathi kumphethe. Bo Eswade wasuyasipha ke lelisaka sasisishoda ngalwesihlabathi. Siwasisita kana copho wenzawo samcela ukuthi inkosi yami kumbe ngasilekelela ngakuphi. Wakhokha ke sigulumba wasicashela sahamba sayokufuna sihlabathi sabiya samakhela lithange nyalo sonelithange lakhe uyalisebenzisa. Siyabonga kakhulu ka Eswade inkosi yami ngale ntuthuko yemathange labasendele yona kulommango. Sitawukwenda netinyosi nje nyalo solo nguye sitawufuya timbudi sithengise solo sinaye utawusendisa netinkukhu solo nguye Eswade loyo. Sibonga kakhulu kuye.
Nonhlanhla Dlangamandla from Zamea community explains on how the water harvesting intervention has positively contributed to her chicken raising business.
Siphethwe kabuhlungu indzaba yemanti. Site kule ndzawo emanti nalebe siwatama ahle abakhona aphindze abe ngekho. Ngangekuba asikhoni kuphila kahle ngaphandle kwemanti, asikhoni kwenta emabhizinisi, asikhoni kulima tingadi emakhaya. Bengitamile nje kwenta lo msebenzi wami wetandla ukuthi ngifuye tinkukhu ngase ngimiswa ngiwo emanti ukuthi tinkukhu tidzinga emanti lamanengi ngase ngiyema. Kodwa ke ngelisito lwebakaSwade lasifunela lona babeshifu sabe sesiyasitakala basakhela nanga emathange. Kunemehluko lomkhulu kusukela sitholela amathange sesiyakhona nekulima tingadi tethu siyakhona ukuthi sikhone kunisela. Asisawasweli nje kangako emanti ngoba siyawakhongotela langa emvula sikhone kwasebenzisa. Inkinga ikhona nyale ebusika ngoba imvula disemile kodwa lokutawucala lihlobo sinaleli themba lokuthi ngeke siphinde siwaswele emanti ngoba ngaphandle kwemanti kulukhuni kuphila. Siyambonga kakhulu Eswade lasentele kona ngalamathange alusito kakhulu kithi ngoba ngalesinye isikhathi besihamba siyofuna emanti emifuleni kodwa nyalo ngalothi sekunalamathange asisayi kofuna emanti emfuleni sesiwathola khona lamakhaya njengaloku nibona nje imvula yana nasivula nje emanti asahlala akhona sesinawo.
So vele ukhatha amanti lethangeni tofaka la ngadini yakho
Ngitothela la ngadi.
impilo futhi iyachichima phela la bandla ngamandla.
Hawu sesiphila kahle. Mina lamanti angisita kakhulu engadini ngiyakhona kunisela ingadi aphinde angisite nala kuleti hlahla tami tema fruits labo banana nabo makotapeni nalabo mangoza ngiyakhona ukuthi ngibanisele ngalamanti phinde nala ehokeni lami nangifakile tinkukhu ayangisita lamanti ngiyakhona ukuthi nathisa letinkukhu phinde lamanti ayangisita nangale etoilet bengakhe itoilet ledinga lamanti bese ngingasakhona ukuyisebenzisa ngokuthi la ndzaweni kude emanti kodwa nyalo sesiyakhona lokuyisebenzisa ngoba emanti sesiba nawo ngalamathangi.
Mina ngingimake Maphahla Dlamini ngilomunye walaba lebathole inhlanhla yalaba bakaSwade lebebakhisa emathangi. Lokusho ukuthi nathi sabane inhlanhla lekhaya salithola lethangi. Manje ukuthi ke lethu lithangi likhulu kakhulu.
kwatise lokuthi lethange lethu licukethe imiti emadlala lang2 ngingako lokuthi selente labalikhulu kunalamanye amathange libekade siwabona sakhelwa wona. Lokho sikubonge kakhulu bakaSwedi lokuthi basivumele ukuthi silakhe lethange lethu libe yidabuli lingalingana lalamanye amathange ngesizathu sekuthi silayishe emadlala lang2. Lokho kusita kakhulu ke lokuthi lamanti vele abamanenti siyakhona kwenta konke lesifuna kwenta kulamanti. Siphinze futhi sikhone nokuthi siwashe tente sente nje tonke izinto lesingathi sita lebe singasakhule kutenta mhlambe emfuleni madudane. Kunenzabo lokuthi lo mndeni unganani kepha nje uyakhona nokulikhetha lokuthi ulinedise wonke lo mndeni lo labaleni. Nyalo nje alendi nekumfimfa alendi nekuthini lihle nje likahle liyasentela nje kahle kude lathi inkinga nalo khona.
The skills building exercise under the rainwater harvesting intervention has yielded results. Lindokuhle Mamba from El Hlanyen community, who has been trained by Eswade on the construction of water tanks, demonstrates the process.
La sihlangabetanga uSwedi ukuthi asinike semende simukelise lawo bantu kumele balenani lelidzingekako bose siyaqhubeka nokusebenza. Lesiqala kukwenta siqale sakhe slab sibuye simise emashadas bose siyaqhubeka sakha lelithange ngalendlela lefanele. Masiqala sakha slab sifuna ematshe basibuthele ematshe lamakhulu nalamakhudlwana nalamancane lalukhethe bose sigeja sihlaba lesingu4 emabhara nesaka linye lasemene bose siyalibhuqa sinda slab sekuqala sekukhongela ematshe then bose sifaka idemkosi bevimbela ukuthi lamanti masakhona thangeni angehli kuya phansi angifike phansi agcine sihlulekile kuwavuna. Idemkosi isitho ukuthi lamanti iwonge iwabambe angaphumeli phansi agcine ongekile ngalendlela sifuna kuwavuna ngayo. Then simfaka etwedemkosi etwa leslab ukuthi ubambe lo furnace loqhamuka ebhodini yale lomtimba waleli thange lethu ukuthi lihlangane libe lithange liqinile. Siqhubeke masakha slab sithathe sifuqe emabhara lamathathu sifake isaka lasemende siyile ngalo sisakha sibunu sekuqala kwakhalthange siqhubeke sakhe lelo thange lethu ngakusasa sesakhile slab sisakha sibe nobusuku bonke ngakusasa siyaqala sakha lithange laba tafike lime khona phansi kuqinile. Siqhubeke siqale kwakhalthange siliphakamise silifake budemkosi emtimbeni sifake fenisi siushwile kwa insimbi teteste lakhawo sishwile ngathi into unamathela emtimbeni because masihuqa ngoba vele sihuqa ngenhlanhla masihuqa sithola lo fenisi lelidzaka liyahlala lo fenisi kahle and lokho sihuqe ngaletandla masingathi asihuqe ngama-gloves lamathange onke angafa ngoba li-gloves alikhoni kucontroleka fana netandla. Njengoba nje nali sesilakhile silihuqa kwekuqala kusasa siyaqhubeka nalo sitaliphinza silifloat siliyoloze kahle libe lihle cishe efana nelibonza lana tindlu lesikuto lakhaya kaThala sigcine ngalesihlanu ufike sikhasta phakho kumele sikhiphe emashadas ethu elangeni lesi-4 sikose sikhipha emashadasi siyakhona ukuthi siwabeka phambili lapha khona sisakhe khona slab lesinye khona njengakusasa lilanga lekwakha slab lesinye nje ukuthi kufuna ngalesihlanu masikhipha lamashadasi ethangeni sihambe siwabeka phambili lapha khona sakhe lesinye slab khona sicala lelisha lithange masisakha lamathange emathange ethu athatha 4 wemalanga kwekuthi aphele kodwa ke uma ngabe kunamakhelwane lodudane lapha sisebentela khona siyakhona ukuthi singalimeli kuze kuphele 4 wemalanga singakaqali kamakhelwane lokubhekekile ke kithi sibasebenzi kubhekeke ukuthi ngenyanga sitholakale ukuthi ukhonile uma ngabe mhlambe umuntu facilitator lokhoniya ukuthi ahambe amafolomu lamabili siyakhona ukuthi atholakale loyo muntu akhe noma emathange lang-12 noma kuya kulang-10 ekupheleni kwaleyo nyanga. Uma ngabe uhamba mhlambe ngayinye ifolomu uyakhona ukuthi ugcine usebenta ngaleyo nyanga umakhe 6 kuya ku7 sekungaba ngiko kuticelela baphathi ukuthi icela bachubeke bathuthukise lelive njengoba sifisa kulibona limpumelelo nakithi thina labasha nakusasa emathuba manengi live liselikhulu kuthi kungaqhubeka imisebenzi lenjengale ukuthuthukisa live ichubeke ibe khona.
We are very hopeful that the project will also be upscaled to other parts of the country. Like we said in the beginning, that we are only covering Shiselweni, Lubombo, and Manzini region. We are not in the Waho region, and even in the other regions, we're not covering all of the communities. I think I want to mention that in the previous project that we had, the Lower Sutu Sustainable Land Management Project, it's the work that was done there, the benefits that was received by the community, the impacts that was seen, the finances saw it fit to upscale some of the activities that were done there to cover the 37 communities or chiefdoms. At that time, the LUSLIM, the Lower Sustainable Land Management Project, covered only 10 chiefdoms in the Lubombo region. But because of the outcry of the initiatives that were being done through LUSLIM, our funders then agreed together with our government to upscale the project to cover 37 other chiefdoms. So even with this project, we are hopeful that if what we are doing right now, if what the communities are doing right now, it is seen to benefit the rural economy, we are hopeful that the government of Eswatini and our funders will, make it possible for the project to be upscaled to other parts of the country.